Just first off, just when you come to when you come into today, like, did you almost have like a feeling that you just want to get this game started because you've been waiting so long, and like who knows if something might even happen to take that away last minute.
Yeah, you know what I mean. This is all I'm working for. You know what I mean. And today's a different ball game. You know what I mean. I woke up this morning. You know what I mean. Ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is all I'm really working for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is what I'm thinking about. So,
Yeah. What was this whole off season like when it's just so different, it's so weird, and like no one has really ever experienced something like this before.
It was definitely weird. You know what I mean? But myself and our team, we handled it perfectly. You know what I mean? We got in, we did what we were supposed to, and we just did our job. You know, it definitely was weird coming into it. It was adjustment. It was an adjustment, but just like Coach Gray says, you know what I mean? Winners adjust and adjusters win. So,
how do you feel like today went? I mean, what was it like getting back on the field and playing a game like this?
It was great. It was great. I feel my team had my back. You know what I mean? They stepped up. They did their job. You know what I mean? And I'm so proud of my team. You know what I mean? Those are my brothers. I love every single one of them. You know what I mean? Personally, myself, I'm disappointed in myself. I didn't feel I came ready for my hands. I didn't feel, you know what I mean? I didn't feel I was ready today. But hey, that's what tomorrow's for. You know what I mean? It's a new day. So I'm here to get better.
Why weren't you pleased with yourself?
I just didn't feel like, you know what I mean, I benefited my team today. But I mean, you know what I mean, I didn't come prepared with my hands, you know what I mean, my technique. So yeah, just like I said, that's what tomorrow's for. It's a new day. It's a new day to get better. So
So when you go through an off season like this, what did you think that you were able to sort of improve throughout the past few months, even though you weren't able to necessarily do what you normally would?
Yeah, so I mean, it all started with my base. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get bigger, faster, stronger. You know what I mean? But the technical standpoint, you know what I mean? It's my sophomore season. You know what I mean? We're moving on to bigger, better things. You know what I mean? Last season, coach just gave me, you know what I mean, a few points to go out there. You know what I mean? Do my job, and that's that. Work hard, do my job. This year, there's a little more. I'm dropping back. I need to use my hands more in the pass rushes. Is a very important part of the season. So I mean, just a lot of things, technical-wise and everything. You know what I mean? It's a big step up from last year.
Yeah.
So.
How much different do you feel like you are from last year?
I feel like it's a big change. I definitely do. I mean, like, I'm not pleased with where I'm at. Definitely a lot of work to take care of.
Yeah.
But I mean, definitely some changes. You know what I mean? And I'm ready to attack the year, and I know my team is too.
Yeah, when you look forward in this year, like, what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to show that maybe you didn't feel like you did tonight?
Oh, just being able, you know what I mean, rush the edge. You know what I mean, the pass rush game, being able to just dominate that edge. I didn't feel I had that tonight, but I mean, just being able to go off the ball and just dominate that person in front of me. You know what I mean, whether that be the pass game or the run game. You know what I mean. Either way, I'm here to dominate. You know what I mean. So.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about recruiting too, because I mean, Ohio State just gave you that offer that I know you've probably been waiting for a long time. How did that sort of transpire?
Oh, I mean, it took a little while working into it. You know what I mean? It started with me talking to Coach Hinton. You know, we were just building up that relationship, man. I love those guys down there, amazing people. I love the way they carry themselves, man, and the way they treat me is amazing. I respect it so much. But yeah, I mean, it started off slow. We were moving into it in just one day. You know what I mean? Coach Gray told me to call Coach Madison ASAP, and he pulled the trigger on me. And I'm so thankful he did that. You know what I mean? And you know, I won't let them down.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much.
What were those emotions going when he calls you? Did you know that was going to happen?
Not at all. Not at all. So he called me, and you know what I mean? I just got home from practice. I took the call. You know what I mean? We were talking for a little bit, conversating, because I haven't talked to Coach Madison for a little bit, so we were just catching up, seeing how we're doing. And you know what I mean? He pulled the trigger. You know what I mean? Tears started running down my face, man, because you know what I mean? That's what I grew up. I grew up on Ohio State football. You know what I mean? From my father to my uncle. You know what I mean? From everyone. That's what I grew up on, man, and that's what I'm striving for. I got it, but it's not the end. Definitely not the end.
Yeah. What is your family connection to that? Is that something that you grew up an Ohio State fan? This is in your blood?
Yeah. Growing up, my father and my uncle Bill, who's about 95 at the moment, you know what I mean? Every single year they'd go to the hog roast. Every single year, you know what I mean? And that was just a tradition. Me, back then, I was way too young to, you know what I mean, be taken along. But, yeah, I mean, that's just how it was. They bleed, you know what I mean, Ohio State. So
yeah.
definitely.
Was that the one that you had been waiting for?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely has been. You know what I mean? But just like I said, there's no time to stop now. You know, no time to stop now at all. I'm beyond blessed and beyond happy to you know what I mean, have this opportunity to be offered to the Ohio State. But hey, you know what I mean? It means the world, but right now, you know what I mean, that's not what I'm focused on.
You said you were taking it slow originally with them. You got the offer from Coach Madison. What are your relationships like with all of Ohio State's coaches and Larry Johnson and all of them?
Oh, I mean, like, in my opinion, they're very well. You know what I mean? Just like I said, the way they carry themselves is amazing.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? They look at me as more than just a football player. And that means the world because I'm not just a football player.
Yeah.
I'm a human being, and that's the way they look at me. And that's amazing. The way they all carry themselves is awesome, and I love them. You know what I mean? I love them to death down there.
Yeah.
Love them to death.
You know, it seems like a yearly thing now in Ohio where there's someone who's a defensive end, gets an Ohio State offer. Zach Harrison, Tyreek Smith. I mean, you have Noah Potter, obviously.
Yep.
What is it like to possibly be able to you have the chance now to follow in their footsteps if you want to make that decision?
Yeah, I mean, it means the world. I mean, I'm not here to follow in nobody's footsteps. I'm here to do my own thing, and I'm here to work my butt off, you know what I mean? But it means the world. I mean, Noah Potter has done so much for me, you know what I mean? Growing up, I came and worked up summer going into 8th grade. And I mean, he took me under his wing, you know what I mean? He taught me just the basics, and that's why I'm here where I am right now. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's nothing crazy, but I'm here to keep working.
Yeah. When you see the ranking that you had, which is number 9 in the country, top in Ohio, that puts you up there with like the Jack Sawyers, the people who have come through and those 5-star types in Ohio. Do you feel like you deserve that and you're on that level?
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I can't exactly answer that for you. I mean, I'm putting my work in. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, man. And as long as I continue to do that, man, I can see big things. But you know what I mean? I can't exactly answer that. That's for someone else to answer. So
yeah. What's it like right now to go through the recruiting process where you are right now?
I mean,
you obviously have a long way to go, of course, if you want to. But
it's a journey. I love it. I definitely do. But right now, I really haven't put much thought into the recruiting process at all. You know what I mean? I probably could, but like pretty much at the moment, I couldn't exactly tell you where I'd want to go. You know what I mean? I just haven't put too much thought in. I'm just trying to focus on what I'm doing day in and day out in practice, until the time comes.
To get where you want to go, like you said, this is, you're not following anyone's footsteps. What are the main things that you have to develop to get to that point?
Oh, I mean, just my mental state, man. I gotta keep this grind going.
Yeah.
And just the basic things. I got to continue to work my pass rush, my strength, my speed, my technique-wise, man. But I just got to keep grinding. Yeah. That's it. Simple as that. Day in, day out. And that's that.